because you can either go for something like a Jarvan or you could go for the Nocturne. As the Rise feels pretty obvious. Showmaker loves his mids that can have a global impact and is good into the Orianna.
I think you can also still play Gwen in this draft as well on DK's side.
Yeah, you
it's a Rumble,
can.
It's not like... I feel like that Gnar counter pick that we saw yesterday did work out very well because you actually capitalize on her lost armor.
Yeah. You know, when you have the Quirky lane, you could get away with a lot with the Alistar, and your damage output into any support that tries to interact with the Alistar, any melee support is going to be fantastic when you have this lane. Was coming for a very aggressive level 3 gank here to punish the pushing Aurora.
Well, let's see how Shiu's going to be able to do here. It does go into stealth, and that should allow him to get away from this one. No flash required, but does suffer a lot of damage. So does Morgan, though. Man,
now neither does Croco, actually.
Yeah, he is going to come back and look for a bit of an angle here, as Shiu going to be able to bounce away. When becomes lightning is going to become a miss.
Certainly close. Shiu doesn't have to flash, though, ultimately, as Lucid is going to come on to Croco now.
Yeah, Croco in so much trouble. Does find Wind Becomes Lightning onto a mini Krug, and the Audacious Charge going to get him out of there. But I don't know, Lucid still chasing after him. Needs a few buttons to come back off cooldown, 4 seconds.
Full 6 here for Morgan.
Oh, bit of a dash forward here as the Winter's Bite does connect. Beryl puts up the door and says, nope, you are not coming in.
And with Realm Warp available for Showmaker, he was already threatening one. It's going to be hard to defend this. They're even going to commit the TP here. Wow, Alu.
He is teleporting in to try and get back Beryl at 50% health. Croco only level 5, though.
Could double Dragon, as now Bro decide to make a fight happen.
Yeah, Shiu getting taken down to about 300 as Morgan a bit frustrated that there's a minion wave conga lining forward.
400 gold lead means a lot for winning the straight up 1v1 for now, but what happens when we get to team fights is a bigger question, as Beryl is doing Beryl things.
Beryl is barreling as he does ulti. That is only going to knock off the cow, though, as now aiming is going to be dissuaded from killing more minions and will save his support.
And the fact that aiming doesn't have his ult doesn't matter here necessarily. Looking for Lucid.
Going forward. Warrior Trickster comes down, but there is a Rune Prison still. Wind Becomes Lightning does connect. Lucid may need to flash here, but never mind. Oh, Croco does go in.
Doesn't have Lucid here. He's coming over now, but there's a window.
Well, Beryl is going to turn up yet again. This time aiming is there to defend him as he gets behind the door. There's a nice stun to try and lock them down, and the double knockup comes through from Beryl as Lucid dives forward, but First Blood goes over as Beryl does fall down. Still Croco is going to die as Showmaker Realm Warps his way in, and aiming is on the warpath, looking to take down Polo, and there's Lucid to finish him off. The flash forward there from Showmaker finds the Rune Prison onto Hype as well, and they're looking for the feats of warfare, but it may be a second kill over to the Bros. It was. We're straight back into the action as Polu getting taken down pretty low. Doesn't have his ulti, but isn't going to get stunned up. That is not going to be the same case for Hype, though. Pretty decent chunk of damage that is going to be missing now for the Bros as Croco moving over alongside Closer. Showmaker going to get pushed out here as we'll see whether Lucid can land the smite. Teleports from both of our top laners moving forward, but Shiu's going to get here first. There is the ulti out of Beryl. Does find Hype as Polu goes unbreakable. And Shiu is actually going to get headbutted to safety. Still, it's a fight on multiple fronts, and Croco is likely to die to Showmaker as the shockwave comes through yet again, but it's just not enough damage. And Shiu is just ignored throughout this entire fight. And Closer is just going to have to run his way away. Yeah, still DK, not going to have access fully to this river as Banana Brush control is going to be there. As Lucid comes out as stealth and finds Morgan. He lays down the red carpet, but that is not going to help him when it comes to the culling. As now Beryl looking to continue the follow-up. He's likely to die, but what more can they get? As never mind, Beryl's going to be fine. Showmaker now looking for an angle as the shockwave doesn't quite CC him enough as the knockups are everywhere. Lucid able to flash out, and it's a triple for Showmaker. DK are just styling on them.
Oh yeah, this
1-0-0 at like almost the end of their first game last time around as Morgan is going to get engaged on here towards the top side. Lucid will be backing away though.
Yeah.
Because he just feels more comfortable with the item. As Bro, they feel more comfortable just starting Otacon.
Bro Desperation here. I mean, they have all their ultimates online. This is the best fight they're ever going to get for the rest of the game with the prio they have.
Well, this may not be the way to live long and prosper, but we'll see whether they can make something of it as Beryl and aiming are going to turn up. There's the interruption on the culling as aiming does have to flash to get out of the way, but he finds the distance with the flash. Xiu's gonna go down first though, as now the Otacon down so incredibly low. It will be taken here by the bros, but Otacon for Nexus is not a trade I've heard working out very well so far in the LCK. Maybe elsewhere it's a thing, but no, that 50 gold is the most important if we remember. And they need to kill aiming. That is definitely part and parcel
Look at his
of the
positioning.
task here.
He knows where he doesn't have vision.
Well, Polo's going to look for it. He does have the orb, but he's not going to be able to find the target. Beryl might be in trouble, though, as he does throw down the ulti, but finds no joy with it whatsoever and will just die. Still, the culling does so much work onto Morgan. And DK now just find themselves without a Braum.
Okay, this could be playable.
Oh, Xiu looking for an angle here, throws down the circle. This is their engage, by the way. It's Xiu putting his body into the bros, because they've got Xiu in the side lane, and it's very difficult to answer him. Croco going to move over, does find Beryl, who was possibly caught in the shot. He's going to get exhausted, but Beryl will be able to redeem himself, like actually redeem himself. Don't know whether it redeems. He is back there, never mind. Do what you want, Beryl. He's now moving further forward, does have a fair bit of support, but will get pulverized once again. But when that's on cooldown, there is some opportunities here as aiming. Going to get engaged on here as Croco has to use the ulti. Man, aiming does so much damage. The circle is put down as Xiu goes between worlds, and the Realm Warp gets Showmaker into the base. He's playing Rise like Twisted Fate. Gets a huge shield here from the Seraphs. Xiu's in there as well, but he's going to get taken down. Showmaker follows suit. Hype finds the double. But I have to say, you know, you're right. Credit where credit is due. Probably just don't do that.
Yeah, just either go get Baron or like walk down mid and end the game. Instead, they decided to get fancy with it. Now they're going to start Baron up. Bro, do not have flash for Croco, so contesting this is so
flash,
challenging.
no blast cone. This is just gone. And DK, I guess, at throwing things. Doesn't matter how heavy the wallets are. They can still be thrown. As, yep, Showmaker could be in a little bit of trouble. He is just going to Realm Warp away, so he's fine. You can still potentially win the game. However, it is very, very difficult because now you got super minions making things even harder as Croco, my goodness, okay, that's not a back massage anymore. That is just, yeah, that's a lot of damage there from aiming.
Yeah, is it too hard, sir?
Yes, 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 yes. Please, take your boots off. It's okay. The Cyclone comes on forward from Lucid. It's not really a full engage, though, as DK just pull it back. They have now used the Cyclone, but now there are no Nexus turrets. Braum is going to be the target once again, and guess what? Yes, you can kill Braum. You have lost your entire base, and there is now a teleport bringing Xiu back in. Croco takes that as a sign to go, as the rest of DK will just end the game. There it is! Aiming finishes it off. It was a pretty classic DK game.